Good morning, it's Vlogmas Day 9. Today we are still in Utah and we are going to go to the zoo and bring Carter for the very first time ever to the zoo, so that'll be super fun. I don't really know what the rest of the day is going to hold for us. Right now he's napping and we just watched the World Cup and I'm drinking some Starbucks and yep, got ready for the day. Oh, I do know one other thing we're going to do later today. Last year when I was pregnant and I came home to visit, I made a TikTok. Have you heard the sound like we're home for Thanksgiving, y'all? So I made a TikTok with that sound and I was very obviously pregnant in the video, so I wanted to like recreate it this year but with Carter in it. So I'm gonna do that in a little bit, and maybe I'll put on the screen in the vlog, I'll put like a split screen of last year's versus this year's. So I'll do that and you can see the difference. But yeah, we're just gonna see where the day takes us and just do some more cozy Christmassy things, and the zoo should be super fun, so I'll vlog that as well. Oh, and I need to share a Christmas recipe today, so we're gonna have to go to the store and get some ingredients to be able to make that and show you, because I don't think that we have the ingredients for what I've been wanting to make for today's recipe. So we'll see if I end up needing to change the recipe that I'm going to share today or if we have time to go to the store. But either way, I'll share a recipe at the end of this video.
We're home for Thanksgiving, y'all.
And our parents are real happy to see us.
So they're gonna treat us like queens.
This may be their house.
But for the next 4 days, we about to run this bitch.
Walk in the door, hand my bag to the valet. In case you're wondering, it's my dad day. Head straight to the fridge like a boss, yo. Hell yeah, my mom went to Costco.
It ain't my house, but I'll tear it up. Get a plate real dirty, won't clean it up. Then I roll up to the washer laundry game. I'm not gonna do a hold up for just one side. Cause I'm a back home baller. If I want something, I just holler. I do what I want and I get what I want. Cause my parents miss their daughter.
This zoo was one of the best ones I have ever been to, so it was really cool for this to be Carter's first zoo experience, and seeing it covered in snow with all the Christmas decorations up was even better. We were pretty hungry when we first got there, so we immediately stopped for lunch in this little restaurant that overlooks the monkey and elephant exhibits, so that was super fun, and Carter really enjoyed their pizza and mac and cheese. The zoo even has a little train ride and this adorable carousel ride for kids to ride on. However, we didn't take Carter on it because it was really cold and so the wind would have been a little bit too chilly for him. But I'm so excited to bring him back and try it someday. Even though he's only 11 months old, Carter was having a great time at the zoo, and he was waving to all the animals and just random people walking by, and it just was like a super fun activity to do with him. I'm always a really big fan of the water animals, and so seeing this big, beautiful polar bear swim back and forth was absolutely my favorite part of the day. Did you have fun at the zoo? Who's the present for? For Dada?
That's right. Tell him to do
Good morning. I'm continuing the vlog. It's another day now. I think I'm just gonna combine days 9 and 10 because the zoo was so much fun, but it took up so much of the day that I felt like there wasn't like a lot of footage from that day to put into a vlog. So I'm just gonna combine 9 and 10. So we got home from the zoo, we had dinner, and we put Carter to bed, or I put Carter to bed, and then we watched Spirited, which I actually loved it. If you're like a big musical theater fan or a big Ryan Reynolds fan, I definitely suggest watching it because it was super funny, and I just always love the like dancing, singing elements to movies, especially Christmas movies. It just is so fun. So we watched that, and yeah, this is actually kind of a sad day because it's our last day here visiting my family in Utah, so it's a travel day as well. So I'll try and get some clips at the airport of my experience traveling with my 11-month-old. When we came out here, he was 10 months, and now he's 11 months. That's so crazy. So it's always an adventure at the airport with him, but he always actually, well, he usually loves it because he's so social, and so he gets to talk to everybody and wave at everybody, and so usually it ends up being fun. But we've never flown in the evening before. Our flight ended up changing, and so it is a late flight, and we aren't going to get in until like 10 p.m. or something like that. So pray for me because I don't think I'm going to get much sleep tonight, and I don't know how Carter's going to do with like sleeping on the plane and then getting home, being awake at like 11 and then going to bed. And so I don't know how that's going to work out. So stay tuned for that. I will try to keep you updated, but Carter's napping right now. We're making some gingerbread cookie bars, which I'll share the recipe. That's one of the recipes I'm sharing in this video. And then I'm also going to share a recipe just as a link down below. We ended up not having time to make it. So it's called reindeer chow, and it's just like a fun Christmassy snack. It's a fun one to make with kids too, or just by yourself because it's really good. So I will put that link down below and show a picture of it, and then we're gonna make the gingerbread cookie bars here in just a minute. I'll link the exact measurements for this recipe down below, but basically you're gonna start off by whisking together flour, baking soda, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, ground cloves, and salt. Once that's combined, you want to cream together the butter, sugars, vanilla, and molasses until it becomes light and fluffy. And then you're going to mix in your egg until all of that is completely combined. I accidentally added the egg before I beat the rest of it together, so don't do what I did. But it still turned out completely fine, and it tasted delicious. Next, you're going to add your dry ingredients and beat it together until it is all kind of forming a sticky dough. And then you're going to spread that into a 9x13 pan and bake it for 15 to 20 minutes at 350 degrees. While that is baking, we're going to make the cream cheese frosting. To make this, we're going to use butter, cream cheese, powdered sugar, and vanilla. Once it's done, you can put your cream cheese frosting on top, and then you can add any kind of Christmas sprinkles that you want. I added red and green sprinkles, and I think it turned out a little odd looking, like it wasn't the prettiest I could have. It's not the best work that I could have possibly done, but the recipe makes it look so much cuter, so I'll put a little picture of what theirs turned out like so you can see a cuter one. But what really matters is that this was the most delicious gingerbread Christmas dessert. And my brother actually said that it's his new favorite Christmas dessert, so this one's definitely going on the rotation for years to come. This is how you get packed when you have an almost 1-year-old. Miss Rachel. Once we were fully packed, we headed off for the airport and sadly had to say goodbye to my mom, and then we went through security and we started on the big walk at the Salt Lake City airport from the A gates to the B gates. Carter was clearly having the time of his life, people watching and riding around in the stroller at the airport. We stopped and he had some food and I had a coffee from Beans and Brews, and then it was time to board our flight. Carter did great. We ended up having a seat in the middle of us on both flights. Our second flight, we had the whole row to ourselves. In the first flight, we just had the middle seat open. So he was able to sit there a little bit and kind of play, and then I held him for a lot of the flight, and he slept on both flights for at least the majority of the flight, so that was great. Carter is such a social baby, so he was constantly trying to get the attention of everyone around us by smiling and giggling and waving at them. Well, this has been a very eventful day. We just got home. Well, we got home an hour ago, but it was like so crazy just trying to get everything ready that Carter needs to sleep. And then I was putting him down, like I was rocking him and nursing him to sleep. And all of a sudden I heard this like super loud beep, like twice. And I know what our sound detector or smoke detector sounds like when it's going off for like low battery, and it's like a chirping sound, and I've heard it before. And we just replaced the batteries in all of them before we left for this trip, because we had this issue when we came back from a different trip where we came home and they were like all going off. We were like, what the heck? So anyways, I was like, that's not the chirping sound. It was so loud that I could hear it over Carter's sound machine in his room. So now I'm like all like worried that it's gonna wake him up all night. And so then I got out of his room, and it didn't do it for like 10 minutes in between. Then it beeped, but so the first time it did like 2 beeps really close together. And then I got out of his room 10 minutes, and then it only beeped once. This is the weirdest thing, and it's like super, super loud beep. Now I'm like afraid it's gonna do it again. And I don't know what to do because I don't think it's low battery. So I don't think I should just go try and replace the battery. And also, I don't even know if I can reach whichever one it is, even on the ladder, because I'm like super short. and I also don't really know how to fix it. So anyways, it's this whole thing. So I've been Googling it, and apparently when you first turn on your heater, if you have a gas heater, it can make the smoke detectors like think there's a rise in like the CO level, like carbon monoxide or something like that. So I'm really hoping that that's what it is, because that would have made sense the last time we came home from the trip too. We would have kicked up the heater because we turned it down when we're gone. So I'm wondering if that's what happened. Anyways, that was a super long story, but that is what the last hour of my life has been, trying to figure that out so I can go to bed. It is after midnight. What time is it? 12:22, and Carter's knocked out, and I'm super jealous of him, so I'm gonna try and knock out. But I don't know if this thing's gonna keep beeping all night and scare me to death every time it does it. So let's hope it doesn't. I'll update you in day 11 Vlogmas of whatever happens with this. But for now, I'm going to try and get some sleep. And thank you so much for spending these 2 days with us. I hope that you are having just the best holiday season. Merry Christmas!